Been on the Eagles.
Uh-huh. Is your son?
He's mine.
Okay, okay. I didn't know that. I think you know what? I remember you saying that, but then it still didn't register. Okay.
He's
Well,
mine.
congratulations. I'm gonna congratulations. I'm gonna
So,
humble
so you'll
myself
give me a
today and
little
say,
grace. You'll give me a little grace.
listen, I am gonna humble myself and say congratulations. Mama, we can't hear you. You ready for me to get started? I'll be reading your lips like this.
I know.
Anybody have any wins?
Oh, I got to win.
Go ahead, Josette.
I have 5 new business partners.
Congratulations, Josette. That's so amazing. Oh my God, that's exciting.
Right.
So proud of you.
Thank
So,
you.
so, so proud of you. Anybody else have any wins?
I've got two that are going to sign up. They were supposed to sign up over the weekend, but one of them, her daughter got really sick. So, and she's a toddler and she's out in California. So we'll just connect. She's been telling me for 5 years she's going to sign up. But with this $20 promotion,
yeah,
I text her as soon as I found out. She goes, "Okay, Susie, I'll do it."
Yeah, it's a deal that you can't really pass up if if you think about it. You can't really think about it long enough. It's just like, I mean, what could you lose?
I know that's what I've been telling people that want to sign up but don't have the $99. Come in now. Even if you're not ready to work it right this minute, you still got some time that you can get all that figured out, but come in now.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's awesome. We can't wait to hear that they signed up, Suzanne.
I know I have trouble getting people to sign up, and as soon as I open my mouth and say I got someone signing up on my team, it don't happen.
Well, guess what? It's going to happen.
It's
going to happen. It is going to happen. I'm telling myself the same thing. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
So just keep doing your part. It'll all fall in line.
I
am. So I know that Britt and Mama Frank are working on the sound. Bill, did you have anything you wanted to share?
I kind of shared it on Facebook, on the Iconic page, but we were on a trip this last 2 weeks, and we gave out blessing bags. We took 25 blessing bags with us, and we gave out 20 of them. And the people we gave them out to, it was amazing, the responses and the reactions. They absolutely loved them. And it was really great. One of the ladies, she was so fun. And we asked if we could take her picture, and she held the bag up. We didn't even ask her. She held the bag up in the picture. But then later that night, we saw her, and she's like, "Oh, look what I'm wearing." and she was wearing the earrings we gave her, and that was so fun that she sought us out to show us that she was wearing it, and she loved them that much. And so it was a really good experience for us in doing it that way. We had American people in Europe that we were talking to, and we'd give them blessing bags, and people at the airport or whatnot, and it was great. It was a lot of fun to do it that way, and you never know what will come of it, but it was fun to do, and every single person felt so special when we gave them something.
Yeah, the blessing bags are, like you said, you never know what's going to come of it, but to put a smile on somebody's face is so much bigger than whatever happens, because we don't have a lot of kindness that goes around all the time. So just to be nice and be in a position to do that with accessories is just like one of my favorite things. Like, regardless of what happens, I just am in a position to be a small piece of somebody's day. So yeah, that's awesome. Mama Frank, you're good on sound? No? Okay. If not, we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into lesson. Hey Tanya, we'll jump right on into lesson. So today is about accountability. So we need to find ways as leaders of all of our teams to put into place some type of accountability system. And of course, accountability starts with you. So in order for you to hold your teams accountable, you have to be accountable to what you do daily. You have to be accountable to how you commit to growing your business, whatever those income producing activities are. You have to be accountable to that. And one thing that Eric mentioned today, he talked about sometimes we are too consumed in our to-do list. And a lot of times our to-do list is not items that probably should be on the to-do list and that we have to scratch off. For instance, when we think about from an accountability perspective, we may say, as a mom, we got to do laundry, we got to go cook dinner, I need to clean out the garage, I need to go put the Christmas lights up because, the neighborhood is starting to light up their lights. But by the time we do all of that stuff, how much time left do we have to commit to those income producing activities to grow our business into what we have, what our dreams and our vision are for our business? And so Eric stressed a lot today about sometimes we have to let those things go and find ways to be accountable to that. So if you, for instance, that you needed to, your kids can't eat if you don't go to the grocery store, but you also know that, for instance, maybe you have a goal for this month to sign 20 new business partners, right? I can't go to the store to get you some food until I get these 20 business partners. So that's either going to one, you're not going to be accountable. You're just going to throw it out the window. Or two, you're going to find a way to do whatever you need to do to get it done so that you also can make sure that your kids eat. So if that meant, for the next 5 days, I have to spend however many hours talking to this amount of people, because remember, plan, do, review is still important. If you need to talk to 100 people to get that one yes, then if you said you were going to sign 20, how many people do you really have to talk to in order to get those yes? And you have to track that. And I'm speaking to myself because this session was all for me today to really get accountable and being transparent. I just dragged my feet. I am the one that he talked about as one of the things that he talked about at the end of today's session. I forgot where he actually was, but he was at someone's, I guess, some type of training. And he asked, who wants to hit core rank? So, a guy raised his hand and he told the guy, I guess, to come up, and he asked him, did he know what to do? The guy said yes. He said, do you know everything to do? You don't have any questions? Oh, you know exactly what you need to do to hit core rank? The guy said yes. And he said, okay, well, the guy also mentioned, I train people to do it. Like they go and do it, but for some reason, I'm just not doing it. And so Eric said to him, okay, well, what is your favorite sports team? And he loves, or what is his favorite sport? And he loves soccer. And so he asked him what was his favorite team. And I think he said like Midnight somebody. And he said, okay, now what is the team that you absolutely hate? And the guy said, I hate Liverpool. Like my whole family, I cannot stand them. I hate them. And so he then said, all right, now, if you hit this core rank, they had a 3-month time span before they came back to a training. If you hit this core rank, and if you don't hit this core rank in 3 months, you are going to have to post on your social media profile you wearing a Liverpool jersey and you saying that you love Liverpool. And he said that the guy, like his whole color and his face started to change because he knew that his entire family has always hated Liverpool. And so the guy, I guess, kind of just was stunned for a minute. Like, do you know really what you're asking me to do? And Eric is like, yeah, I know what I'm asking you to do. And if you want to hit this core rank, if you're going to hit the core rank, you have nothing to worry about. Like, if you hit it, you don't have to worry about Liverpool doing all of this stuff. And so after, a couple more, back and forth, the guy agreed. And he said, okay, now I want you to post this on social media. And I also want you to text your family. So he said, I want you to do it right now. So he texts his family, and the chat, the text messages just started going crazy. Like, you know what you're doing. You're crazy. Like, you can't do this. This is going to be whatever. And he was just like, y'all, I'm doing it. Like, I am going to do it. And what Eric said was, after that, he hit rank 5, 6, and 7 when he came back. All because Eric was able to put him on the spotlight and to hold him accountable, to push him into what he knew he could do. And so what accountability does is, most people, what they can do, they know what they're capable of. So they're up here but they're performing down here. So our job as leaders is to really fill the gap. And we all have our own gaps that we deal with, our teams deals with, and our job is to find that thing, to spark them, to kind of fill that gap, to fulfill their purpose. So our homework for today is to really think about ways that we can incorporate accountability on our team. Now, of course, there is no exact answer. Everybody responds to something different. So we have to really get to know, our team members, know what their goals and their visions are. One thing that Eric did suggest is when you do talk, and I know that we've talked about this before, like having launch calls or just a conversation when you launch your new team member, to see what their, whatever that income is that they're looking to make, or what, if they don't know about core ranks, when you get to that phase, what their rank is that they're pursuing or pushing for. And to help them get that, you want to have some type of accountability. Of course, I know that, us as leaders, we can't always be the accountability for everyone, but if we adopt a system, we can spread it across our team and create those accountability pairings or accountability partners, whatever words you like to use, amongst your team, so that it can fill the gap. So today, he mentioned for us to think of ways to use accountability to push your team to find something that they would not have ordinarily found. It's really just to push them to their purpose, push them to do more, because if they don't, a lot of times they will become stagnant. And then that's where you will find your teams, like individuals losing confidence, not believing in their system. Remember, a lot of these systems are to buy some time. And you just want to keep giving them things. And accountability is one of those systems that you want to find at least one or two things that would really be of leverage to that particular team member. Something else that he mentioned is that ways that you can produce accountability is to, of course, you can post it on social media. You can tell your team. So when you're thinking about something that you want to do, you can tell your team, you can blast it out, and give them, opportunities to call you out when you're not doing what you said you were going to do. He also mentioned, like, whatever it is, as I stated before, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. So write down some things that you really enjoy doing. Like for me, I enjoy hanging out. I enjoy shopping. I should not be able to do any of that until whatever my goal is, I meet that goal. So maybe if you enjoy working out every day and you have that as something you do every day, maybe your accountability is, I cannot go take my 30-minute walk today until I send 20 messages today. And again, a lot of times, and I think, I'm being transparent in this conversation. A lot of times we try to overachieve instead of taking small bites. Like I would say, oh God, I'm going to do 100 conversations today. Well, if you didn't do any yesterday, how do you think you're going to do 100 today? Right? So be realistic when you're setting your goals. But again, don't play small, but make sure it's something that you really can do. And I know Mama Frank talked about this before when we talked about like to-do lists. Like if you did your top priorities, some of those things help you to boost your confidence of taking a shower, check that off. I did this, I did that. but you want to make sure that it's something that you can achieve, but stretch yourself a little bit. So if you know it's easy for you to do 5 conversations and you want to push yourself to maybe we're going to try 15 today. That is something that's pushing you towards your purpose. And if you're consistently doing it, you will definitely see the results that you are looking for in your business or in your personal life. And then the last thing he talked about was you can also take the delayed gratification approach. And the delayed gratification, again, is I can't do this until I do that. So again, like we talked about the gym, you can't, or walking, you can't go walk until you do that. So that's an example of delayed gratification. So I believe that was pretty much all of the things that we discussed related to accountability. So again, homework is really to just think about ways that you can fill the gap for your team members as well as for you. Either take the approach of letting everyone know, letting your team know, letting your family know. Delayed gratification, you can post it, of course, on social media for your team once you learn their vision, their goals, and that's to push them into being accountable and filling in the gap, because we all have them. We're typically working up, we have great potential, but sometimes we are working very below our potential. So our job as a leader is to just fill the gap. So anyone have any questions? You're welcome, Mama Frank, no problems. Any questions for anyone? Okay, so if not, get ready for new releases. We will see you all tomorrow. And we do not have session on Wednesdays, right, Mama? Right, Tanya? I just want to make sure. I didn't know if we posted it, but if you guys did not hear or missed the post, Eric is doing the GoPro experience. So he'll be doing a different session and not the 90 days. So we won't have Wednesday sessions unless Mama Frank and them feels differently. Got it. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you guys. Congratulations to all of the wins. Bye, y'all.